Black love experience. Y'all know. I'm at it.
Hey, I'm Regina Bryant.
And I'm CJ Riggs.
Hello, my name is Chauncey Jackson.
And I'm Rue Jackson.
I'm Cliff Abraham.
And my name is Jayla Norfleet.
My name is Charlie Jones III.
My name is Kimiesha Jones.
And this is the Black Love Experience.
We have been together for a little over 2 years now. Our anniversary is New Year's, so yeah, it's been 2 years, a month, and a few days with some change.
I say July 3rd, 2017. So it's been 6 years now. So yeah, 6 years.
We've been together for 5 years this April. And that includes dating.
Yep.
And being married.
This is gonna be our 7th year together. In June?
Yep, June. Officially in June.
Yeah.
So he says July, I say November. November we made it official, so November 11th for me is 6 years that we've been together.
I just want to put them all together. Just a compilation of love, so.
After 3 months of dating, we was like, let's do it. We ready.
This cool. Let's keep doing this.
I think I can do this for a lifetime. Yeah. So we did. 5 years later, here we are.
Yeah, so yeah, it's been a while now.
My friends Stephanie and Dan, they invited me to their 4th of July party on the 3rd. And I had nothing to do, so I said, let me just come over and just hang out with my friends. And that's where she came, and we just had a normal conversation. We just really was able to connect on our interests, especially our culture, because we're both West Indian. So it was really like a simple, easy conversation to have with her.
Oh, well.
This is his favorite story to tell, so y'all enjoy
It's
that.
one of my favorite stories to tell. First of all, we met on an entire web series set called Life that was created by Jerry the Great. I played the character of Jace, she played the character of Nina, and I don't know, I guess you could say there was a little bit of
we connected really early on and became really good friends, and then over the next few months it just kind of blossomed into more.
So we met on Tinder, and it was really interesting because at that point in my life specifically, I was in the military and I was searching for God in all the wrong places, mind you. I was having all kind of crazy spiritual experiences where I was just like, God, are you there? Do you hear me? Have I left you? Have you left me? I didn't understand the faith at all. And on Tinder, I saw in Kimiesha's bio that she was a praise and worship leader. So we kind of connected on faith and connected on, I'm trying to learn about God. I'm trying to get there. And my wife, the praise and worship leader, the minister, what did you say?
I wasn't gonna go because Stephanie got on my nerves that day. I was just like, she's my manager. I didn't want to be around her. But I had this little voice in my head that was like, girl, get up. And I was just like, hold on, what? It was like, you might meet your husband. So I was like, fine, let me just put something cute on, So I did, and saw him at the party, and I was like, oh, she has black friends.
Sorry, Steph, sorry.
Hello, sir.
She said I didn't,
So here we are 6 years later.
she yells out the car, right when she sees me, hey guy, hey, I got blue lips. Can you fix that for me?
Yeah, I was wild back in the day.
And, well, for somebody like, myself, I've never in my life, never been approached as such. And how can one even resist?
Even if we don't work out, I feel like I'm charged with helping you find God for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And that I did. Our first time we actually met in person, we spoke for a few days on Tinder. First time we met was at a church you were singing at, doing some praise and worship for what was it, Christmas or something like that?
Yeah, I had invited him out to a gig that I had to sing at a Christmas pageant. And this was like early, mid-December. And yeah, usually when I invite people out to church, they're like, yeah, okay, and then you never see them.
Yeah.
They never come.
I showed up.
But he actually showed up. He was like, where are you? I'm over here in the red shirt. And I was just like, it's maroon, actually.
That's still a debate to this day.
It wasn't rushed, it wasn't forced, it was just a natural, just a connection, It wasn't on a dating level, it was just like, I could be friends with this person. I could hang with her, which she did the next day. We went to go to watch the fireworks.
Yeah.
And I was very, like, I was in a time of my life where I just didn't want to date anybody. And I just didn't want to, like, I've been here before. So I was pushing her away a little bit, you know. I was weird, but.
Plus for him, I was too young. I was 24.
The more I think back on that, it's kind of embarrassing because I'm not the same person that I was, you know, back then. So just remembering that, trying to remember it, how he says it happened is very strange because I could have sworn I was in the house already when I said that. So me just yelling it from the car just makes it even more out of control.
Trust me, believe. You can't forget that. You can't make it up.
She's right, but I'm not gonna let her. I gotta stand on that. It was definitely room, but it's red. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so we met there and I actually got saved that night.
Yes.
And we went out to TGI Friday immediately after because we had to get something to eat.
We basically stayed there till it closed.
Yeah, stayed there till it closed.
And
And
just talked.
best first date that we've never had.
It was the best not first date.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
And that's how we met.
At the time, I just got out of a relationship maybe like 6-7 months prior. So I was still trying to figure out who I was at the time and focus on me. Then try to step into another relationship if I didn't find who I was first. So that was something I had to focus on. But here we are.
Yep.
Bewilderment and shock.
That's honest.
Just off the photos, like, wow, this is a beautiful woman.
Oh, he's cute. You know, he's like a little teddy bear over there, you know.
She's so beautiful.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
seriously, that was like genuinely my first thought. I was like, wow, I've never seen anyone this gorgeous before.
You were kind, you were nice, and you were very respectful.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. You still are.
I could tell that she knew who she was as a woman. And it was very attractive because, you know, when you have personality too, that's very attractive. She was able to communicate with me. I wasn't just a one-sided conversation.
My first impression of CJ, it was at the Zoom table read for the series we were doing. So I remember thinking, oh wow, he's such a natural actor. Like I thought he was really, really good.
He's really cute. Like, I wonder what his apartment looks like because I was trying to kind of gauge, you know, who he might be because I swear I really liked him. I thought he was cute like when I first saw him, hence my, you know, ghetto activities.
And he was I wouldn't say he was loud at the party, but he was very talkative. And that's what I liked about him. Like, cause I'm an introverted extrovert, so I'm like, if you coming to me with the party, I'm gonna give it right back to you.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
yeah.
true.
So yeah, definitely liked him. I felt like he was feeling me, so I was like, okay, let me tap dance in that real quick. Yeah.
Honestly, it was an astonishment afterwards that it was just build up to like interesting out of curiosity. So I had to like see what the heck is going on with this one.
Seeing Kimiesha up on the pulpit and whatnot and just commanding the audience with her worship, with her praise, her singing ability, and everyone's just captivated. I'm talking about, like, I was sitting in the back, so I'm seeing everybody from the back on. People crying, people falling out, and I was like, I've never seen this before.
Wow.
So I was just like, this woman is powerful. This woman has something in her that's just something special, and it blew me away.
So I was like, I have to talk to her. I have to know her name. I have to know everything about her. And I guess you could say I did.
Yeah. Aww.
At that time, I was like, man, I could really hang with this person. And also, I'll say this too, like, she's able to listen to me when I'm going through things. 'Cause I remember one situation vaguely where I'm trying to move forward with my life from a last relationship, and she told me, she's like, look, you need to put yourself through that. You got to figure out what's best for you and cut that person off. And it was the most, and I'm paraphrasing, but it was the most honest, you know, conversation, because it wasn't like she wanted to hurt me to be with her. It was more if she wanted to see me happy. So I remember that conversation. I'll never forget that. She was at work too. I called her at work. It was like 10 in the morning. I was like, are you free to talk real quick? You know? I was like, yeah, sure. So, but it was just she really cares about me. Even then, when we just first met and kind of getting to know each other.
I'm just a very nurturing person. I just
yeah.
love to nurture people and just hear them out. Like, just let me sit there and tell me all your problems.
I thought he was really handsome too. Honestly though, he did come late to the table read. Oh, it wasn't his fault though. It's because there was some miscommunication with the director about the time. So my first impression was like, oh, he late. Like, so where's the professionalism? But no, then I realized it wasn't his fault, and he was really, really talented. And I also, fast forwarding to us ending up being together, I never thought I would be with another actor. And it's just so refreshing to be with someone who shares artistry and we have the same career goals and everything. So yeah.
And I liked his vibe. He was giving mysterious. Like, he is a Scorpio, so his place definitely gave those vibes. And I was interested. 7 years later, we still here.
The biggest struggle we've had to overcome would probably be coming out of the honeymoon phase and I feel like that's when you find the real truth of a relationship, and that's where it gets raw and real. And then as a couple, you have to decide to choose each other every day. You work on your communication, you grow, you develop without all of the beautiful fluff that everyone thinks that love and relationships are.
I think we're kind of in it, like right now, like where we're trying to find our footing, like as like adults, figuring out a path and the kind of foundation we're gonna, like lay down financially for ourselves, for our family, our future kids. I just feel like it's been a lot for us, like emotionally trying to, make sure we're catering to each other fully still while being individuals and still managing adulting.
I'm very moody. I'm a very moody person. So there was like one point where we went like 3 days without talking at all. I come home, you're there, just go over here. I don't want to see you. I don't want to hear you breathe. I don't want you in my space. Mm-hmm. That's when I think I was starting my career as a first responder.
Yeah.
And it was
just got the job.
It was just a lot, and there were like times where I just wanted to come home and just relax and not want to have to hear anybody because I've been talking all day, seeing everything. I wasn't communicating that to him, so he probably took it off as like, oh, am I doing something wrong? Like, what did I do? But it wasn't him, it was just me.
Once we got out of the military in October of 21, that's when, everything became fend for ourselves. In the military, we started a business, Love Jones Productions. The goal was to transition to that 100% once we got into the civilian world, the both of us. Now, the biggest hurdle with that part was how.
Yeah, we really connected on similarities. We were so
in the beginning.
Yeah, we were so similar in pretty much almost every way. And then, as time progressed, we realized there are very, very key differences. We were raised in two completely different parts of the United States.
Yes.
I'm from the South, she's from the North. Those things are two very different. And so we kind of had to just get acclimated to that, I'd say.
In that moment, I felt like I didn't get heard. And I was more focused on trying to make you happy, but lose myself by trying to keep the relationship going, you know what I mean?
And the struggle that I saw most was just like, how are we gonna make this money? This mortgage due, this light bill due, the gas need to go in the car.
Baby shark do.
All that kind of stuff.
When it comes to struggles, it's stuff that I wouldn't say it's like outside, because we pretty much have a strong foundation, I believe, because we started off as friends first.
I had a miscarriage, and we had a miscarriage, and it was definitely a struggle to get through, but it was really a struggle like as time went on. We really struggled with dealing with the aftermath of it, because it happened the day before our anniversary.
And that was definitely new, like having someone just want to be friends first, and I was like, okay, wow, he might actually be mature, or at least more mature than I am, because, I was ready to just dive right in all the things from then. And now just looking at my own growth, I honestly see things differently, because I moved away from home for the first time ever, to be with him in Texas. I feel like that was the start of the part of the relationship that changed my life.
We overcome that by just looking at our kids' faces and what God has blessed us with.
I thank God for how far He's allowed us to overcome and how far He's allowed us to pretty much just take on that whole struggle right there and keep us throughout. So thank God.
Right.
It was tough, but thank God.
Yeah.
Man, it means everything to me. And it's just really refreshing to see us being represented and love each other the way that it should be.
A love without borders, a love without condition, and also not having to sacrifice yourself in a way where we have the same cultural background. so I don't have to put certain parts of my culture to the side or adapt to someone else's culture. It can just kind of flow symbolically together.
Her skin, I believe, is beautiful. Like, yeah, we are black people, and I love her so much, but it's just the fact that she changed me. Like she says, she changed. It's just like, it's an evolving thing.
Black love means friendship. That's such a big piece of relationships. Like,
You my homie.
I don't know about everybody else, but this my dog right
That's my
here.
motherfucking dog.
Like,
right
for
here.
real. Like, this is my nigga.
Being an immigrant, I always was attracted to the black culture, you know, because remember, when you're an immigrant coming to America, there's different type of vernacular, different slang, stuff like that. But for me, I always loved, like, you know, I said, I gotta be a black woman. My parents were like, hey, you better marry a black girl now. Marry she.
And that's how my parents were too. Like,
Loving each other through whatever our blackness may be to us, because I know as people we define that, you know, in so many different ways. And even for my black love and my friendships, like even just beyond my relationships, I just feel like we as people need to get back to the root of just loving all of us.
So my black love experiences, I love God. I love Jesus, and I'm so in love with the fact that you introduced me to him that night. My life has forever been changed. I encourage anybody out there who is not saved and, you know, exploring the faith and trying to figure out things for yourself, give God a chance.
Yes.
That's a black love experience. That's a love experience
That is a
for
love
everyone.
experience. Yes.
So that's my black love experience.
In my faith, you know, Christian faith, you know, the man's provider, protector, the preacher of the home. And it's my duty to make sure it's like, hey, is the wife sleeping okay? Make sure she's okay. Like, I'm in protection mode all the time. Even though I'm not, like, at home or my home, I don't see her. I say, babe, you okay? Everything cool? Like, I'm always making sure that she knows that the mom's gonna be there.
Right, I agree. And I think it's also a celebration of love in general, but specifically with our own culture, because I think normally we're not given, or we're not cherished or praised or accepted in a lot of different ways, being people of color in general. So I think being able to find connection and love within ourselves is just so beautiful and something that's really rewarding at the end of the day too.
For me, like the fact that I can truly like let my hair down and talk to him about absolutely anything. He's my safe place. That means a lot to me, and that's love to me.
It means a lot to hear you say that. Yeah. Freaking love you.
I love you too, baby.
For us, it's just, there's no fake or fraud to it. It's like, people see, oh yeah, they together, you know? And there's no script to it. It's just a natural wake up, babe, I love you. Yeah, we get mad at each other sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. You know, we all get frustrated with each other, but at the end of the day, when I sleep, put my head on my pillow at night, I make sure that I know that I love my wife and she knows that too, so.
Love somebody today. Like, call your friends. Tell them you love them. You know, your mom, your grandma, your aunt that you maybe haven't talked to on the phone in a long time, you know. Just love. This is crazy. Honestly, I didn't expect this to make me emotional, but I think I'm about to cry. I don't want to cry, but...
Well, listen, that happens, so it's okay. It is love to express fondness and, you know, caring and those actual, like, soft emotions. That's what provides true strength, especially in a relationship.
My name is Charlie Jones III.
My name is Kimiesha Jones III.
She's not the third.
I'm married to the third.
She capping. Anyways,
She yells out the car, like, right when she sees me, like, hey guy, hey, I got blue lips. Can you fix that for me?
Yeah, I was wild back in the day.
She loved them back rubs, man. She's like, babe, you rub my back? That's like,
Yes.
like, pray for me and rub my back. That's what she's like, pray for me and rub my back.
Yeah.
I was like, did you pray for me and rub my back?
All right.
I feel like I hated every single second of that.
I knew she was gonna say that. I knew that. Charlie? Oh, yeah.